Welcome to the home of the Tulane Green Wave, Yulman Stadium in New Orleans, Louisiana. As we'll see a team from the American, the Charlotte 49ers, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Tulane Green Wave. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Charlotte 49ers offense will go to work first. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule. Make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
And the crowd bringing the energy, trying to help this defense get off the field on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The 49ers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So the Tulane Green Wave offense will have its first chance to go on the attack. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got a man. It's Reed. Makes the grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Got his man. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
With the run on 1st and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks, and make...
Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Green Wave. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
If the offense continues to put drives like that together, this defense is in trouble. How about the balance, the ability to throw the football, run the football, keep the defense guessing, and then when it gets closer to the end zone, the physicality to punch it in. Great start for this offense.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's taking the shot. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the 49ers will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll return it from the 50. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. To the air on 1st down. That's caught. It's Preston. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They'll go with a direct snap. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Finds his big tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Under fire. Had nowhere to go with that one. Had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Dead center perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Give to the running back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period, first down here. Wants to go up top on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built him.
And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Tulane with an opportunity on first and goal. Snap it to the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Grabbed in the backfield. It's Reed. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding them to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The 49ers will try to pin them back with the punt. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Got enough for the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. From the 47-yard line on first and 10. Direct snap. Got a little space. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Preston. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got it behind the line. It's Reed. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Tulane to the line, facing second and short. Looking for room. It's Turner.
Running back with the carry. Loses 3. Third down.
Now on third down, this offense has been rolling. Can the defense stand tall? Oh, it in. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. He splits the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And it's such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Grab behind the line. It's Burris. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got a man. It's Stokes. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the 49ers will punt this one away. They'll look to pen him deep. Hauls it in and looking upfield. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. The Green Wave with plenty of options here on 2nd and short. The play action fake. Throws for the tight end. Working the big fella downfield and outside. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to throw on 1st down. Stands in and takes the hit. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in New Orleans for a fun first half than you? And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Yulman Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway.
Set to advance on the football.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go with a direct snap. stuffed, almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. The Green Wave trying to move the chains on 3rd and short. Here's the pressure. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. The punt team makes its way onto the field. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. On his way back from the... And he loses the football. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Big plays on special teams always ignite the fans. Everybody gets jacked up. It gives you a little shot in the arm. And a lot of times offensive coordinators want to take advantage and call deep shots right after.
They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. He'll pull it on the read. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? From the shotgun, they'll run it. And that'll not only be a 1st down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tulane. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. They'll start this drive going to the air. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw.
There he goes. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
The give on the option. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its 1st touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Wiggles free. Still look. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Well, the defense basically played that one perfectly, right? Against the RPO, they did a nice job staying back, hanging, watching the quarterback's eyes, and taking away any throw. And when he decided to try to keep the football and scramble to his left, they were all over. Great job defensively, playing together as one unit on that.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going, and I'm surprised.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The 49ers will call on their punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Second down, they'll go to the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. The pitch. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We've reached the break, and it's Tulane on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Tulane comes to the line, lots of work to do on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes the grab, it's Hayes. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The Green Wave lining up, facing third and long. From the gun, running back on the move. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And the 49ers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. From the shotgun, the inside give. Breaks the tackle.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
Looking to throw, it's Harrell. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down. The 49ers will punt it away on 4th down. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Picks up the first down. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. Now facing a 3rd and long. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.